hello viewers, I'm back with another unbelievable true story. Guys, imagine you are digging in the ground and suddenly you see a human face looking almost perfectly preserved. The eyes are closed, the face is calm, you can still see the wrinkles, the hair, and even the beard stubble. Naturally, you would think only one thing: someone has been killed. Well, that is exactly what happened in Denmark. And trust me, when the police discovered the real age of this man, the entire case changed from a possible murder investigation into one of history's greatest archaeological mysteries. So let's begin. On May 6, 1950, two brothers named Emil and Viggo Hodgard, along with their family, were cutting peat for fuel in the Bjørnskådal bog, around 10 kilometers from the Danish town of Silkeborg. While they were digging, Viggo's wife, Grit, noticed something strange beneath the pit. At first, the others were not convinced, but she continued clearing away the wet soil, and slowly a human face appeared. Guys, this face did not look ancient. It looked so fresh that the family believed they had discovered the victim of a recent crime. There was even a missing schoolboy being searched for in that region at the time, so they wondered whether they had found him. The family contacted the police on May 8, but when the officers began asking questions, one detail immediately confused them. The body had been found approximately 2.5 meters below the surface, and there were no signs that anyone had recently disturbed the ground. So how could this be a recent crime? The police realized that this might not be an ordinary case. So they contacted Silkeborg Museum, and the famous Danish archaeologist Professor P.V. Glob was called to examine the discovery. When the experts arrived, they found the man resting on his side in a peaceful, almost sleeping position. His eyes and mouth were closed. He was wearing a pointed leather cap and a leather belt. A braided leather rope was still around his neck. His face was so well preserved that researchers could see his eyelashes, eyebrows, wrinkles, and short facial hair. Guys, think about this. You are not looking at bones or a stone carving. You are looking directly into the face of a real human being who lived thousands of years before you were born. The researchers carefully removed the body together with the surrounding peat and transported it for scientific examination. They initially estimated that the man had been between 30 and 40 years old when he died. But the biggest shock came when scientists finally determined his age. He had not been dead for a few days. He had not been dead for a few years. He had been lying beneath that bog for approximately 2,400 years. Modern radiocarbon testing places his death between approximately 405 and 380 before Christ, during the early Iron Age. The supposed modern murder victim was actually older than the Roman Empire. But here is the question: how could a human face survive underground for more than 2,000 years? The answer was hidden inside the bog itself. A peat bog can create a cold, acidic, and oxygen-poor environment. These conditions slow the activity of the microorganisms that normally cause decomposition. The bog acid also has a tanning effect, almost like the traditional process used to preserve leather. So while many of the bones lost minerals over time, the skin and soft facial features remain remarkably preserved. In a strange way, the bog became a natural time capsule. But researchers still wanted to know something important. How did Tollund die? The rope around his neck gave them their strongest clue. Earlier forensic examination concluded that he had died by hanging. However, the exact circumstances remain uncertain, and researchers have continued studying whether every detail supports that conclusion. There was no written record explaining who he was or why he died. He might have been punished for a crime. He might have been killed during a conflict, but many historians believe another explanation is more likely. Tollund man may have been offered as a ritual sacrifice. During that period, people in northern Europe placed valuable objects, animals, and sometimes human remains in bogs, possibly as offering to their gods. Tollund man was also carefully positioned after his death rather than simply being abandoned. However, the ritual sacrifice explanation remains a well supported theory, not a proven fact. And guys, the researchers discovered something even more unbelievable because his internal organs were also unusually well preserved. Scientists were able to investigate his digestive system and identify his final meal. Around 12 to 24 hours before his death, Tollund had eaten a type of porridge. Modern analysis found ingredients including barley, flax, and several wild seeds, with evidence that the meal probably also contained fish. So, after 2400 years, scientists could still tell us what this man ate during the final day of his life. But the story has one final twist. When Tollund Man was discovered, scientists did not yet have today's advanced preservation technology. They successfully preserved his original head as well as his feet and one thumb. However, most of the remaining body was allowed to dry and became badly deformed. The full body visitors see displayed today at Museum Silkeborg is therefore a carefully created reconstruction attached to the preserved original parts. The calm, ancient face, however, is real. It is the same face that emerged from the Danish book in 1950. So, guys, imagine this. A family goes out to collect food. They accidentally discover what looks like a recent murder victim. The police arrive to investigate, but science reveals that the man had been waiting beneath the ground for nearly 2,500 years. We know approximately when he lived. We know what he ate. We have strong evidence of how he died, but we still do not know his real name, who he was, or why he was chosen. The book preserved his face, but it did not preserve his history. And that leaves us with one final question. Was Tollund Man a criminal, an innocent victim, or someone selected for a mysterious ancient ritual? Maybe the real answer disappeared 2400 years ago. What do you think happened to him? Tell me in the comments and follow for another unbelievable true mystery.